Good evening, Team Eagles, and welcome. Welcome to our regular Monday evening Zoom. We are so happy you joined us tonight. Maybe you are listening and watching this as a recording. Either way, you are welcome. I think most of you know we are Mick and Jenny Daly. We live in the beautiful mountains of Colorado, where fall is definitely in the air. The colors are absolutely amazing. But we have some exciting topics for you tonight. I know we're going to hear more about what went on in Indy. I believe we're going to hear about some exciting incentives around, so stick around to learn about those for sure. And talking of an excitement, I know some of you have already seen this, but here we're excited because it arrived today, and so we are now officially on board with Juice Plus Super Biome. So very excited to see what happens in the next few weeks. Anyway, enough from me. Melinda, I'm going to hand it over to you.
All right, all right, all right. So now, Jenny, you and Mick can join all the poop conversations that are excited to welcome you into. All right, so tonight we're going to kick it off with Dr. Dorothy is going to cover our research tip first off. I think you're still muted, but we can see your screen, Dorothy.
There you go.
Okay, how about now?
That's good. You're good. We got you.
I was trying to get everything all in place. Well, as you know, we're so excited about Super Biome and everything that's happening with that new product. And we know that there's going to be research that's going to come out of it. So in the future, we will be able to actually have the research specifically on the products as we're talking about them. But this month, I wanted us to remember the kids. So as we're having conversations about the new product and getting really excited about that, to always remember to mention what Juice Plus can do in the whole food nutrition for our kids in our Healthy Starts program. And so this one was the Journal of Nutritional Science, and it was from 2015, and it actually did a study specifically for children. It happened to be kids, the boys between the ages of 5 and 10 years old, and there were 30 of the children who were just recruited from general pediatric population, and they happened to fall into obese or overweight versus non. And so it was the kids who were normal weight or ones who were considered overweight or obese. And what they found is this was 6 months, guys, which is honestly not a long time. If you think about kids and the things that they're consuming, to have positive results in just a 6 month intervention is really, really awesome. Um, when I read through the study, it said over at the end of the 6 months, it had been 85% consumption, which means it wasn't even 100% consumption where they ate them every single day. So 85% of the time that in 6 months they were consuming these products. And it found out that Juice Plus decreased the fatty acid binding proteins. And what that means is those fatty acid binding proteins, if your body is not being able to actually produce things that are going to help you with your weight or cardiovascular diseases and type 2 diabetes, you need to be able to have the proteins that are helping your body with all of these functions. And then Juice Plus improved the insulin sensitivity and decreased excessive body fat measures with just in 6 months. So it's just telling us, but as we all know, that childhood nutrition plays a significant role in the management of these diseases. And so you'll see at the bottom, I put some vocabulary words because there's some scientific words that you have to include. But basically, it's saying that just within a 6-month intervention window using Juice Plus products, and it was talking about the vegetables and the fruits, that it showed an increase in the fatty acid binding proteins and improved insulin sensitivity and actually decreased excessive body fat measures. So when you're talking to your people, always talk to them about, as you're getting healthy, we want to make sure the whole family is getting healthy. So bring in the children as well. Awesome. They can also get nieces, nephews, grandchildren on the products, because the idea is that we want healthy starts for the entire family. And you can also tell them they're doing great things because of the contributions that we make as partners. It's like giving more research out there. So what an awesome way to help expand the whole food nutrition for everyone involved.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dorothy. Yes. And Carrie was talking about that on the Zoom earlier this evening, $50 million a year that the Juice Plus company donates through that Healthy Starts program. So pretty incredible on that. And just side note, there was a identifier on the new super biome that said not suitable for kids. That was a mistake, and that will not be printed on subsequent boxes. So if you see that and you're concerned about that, don't worry about that, because it was just something that they told us. Skylar announced that at the beginning of Indy, that was just something that got slipped through and didn't get taken off, but that it is safe. And I don't believe it was on the brochures. I just think it was on the box. But Dr. Corson also confirmed that it is good. It's good for all of us. So anyways, we are going to move that over to our marketing and talking about eat and share. And I've got Brianna on. Let me double check and see if the timing is right, or do we need to come back to you?
No, I can chat. And mine is
Okay.
going to be super simple. It's going to play off of what Dorothy just said. It's like the same way that Jenny just excitedly held up that box and said, "Look what we got in the mail." That's what you need to be sharing right now. Whether you're holding up a brochure, you're holding up a picture you printed online, you're holding up the actual product because you went ahead and got it, whatever it is, share what you're using. And don't forget about the other products, right? Just because the super biome is out and new and fun and sparkly doesn't mean that you don't want to share the capsules or the healthy starts or the complete shakes, right? Share how you're using. I know Robin is shaking her head saying, Brie is singing praise to this, right? Like, I want you to share what you're doing. So, for example, I put up a post today that, Brenda and I are going to do a 30-day thing, and I'm going to be using different products that will help me do this, right? I didn't say that it's Juice Plus. If anybody follows any other Juice Plus person, they probably know that's exactly what I'm talking about. But I just said we're talking about doing some simple changes with our health. We realized that we need to be a little bit less relaxed than we have been and just getting back on that. And so I plan on sharing something every day for the next 30 days, whether it's one of the meals we're eating, one of the workouts we're doing, one of the products we're taking. So you don't have to always share Juice Plus. Please don't always share Juice Plus, right? Share how this fits into your healthy lifestyle, whether you're a busy mom or, you've got 10 kids or you don't have kids at all. I know Kevin, I think it was him that was talking about all those grandbabies he has, right? Like making sure you just share how this fits your season because you are going to attract you. So share how this fits. Share in ways that feel comfortable to you, share in ways that feel good to you. So if you don't know what a story is, share as a post. If you don't know what a post is, share whatever you know how on social media. And you can always ask, myself or anybody else on here to help you with that. But I would just encourage you to share using the products, but don't forget about the other ones. I've just seen a whole flood of super biome and I love that, but it shouldn't take over the old stuff too.
Good point, Brianna. And they keep coming back to that on everything that I'm seeing on the different Boxer chats, and definitely the medical professionals, that the flagship product, the foundation of everything we've done is the fruits and vegetables. And they've also talked a lot about if your customers have to decide, don't take away the quad, don't take away the trio. You know, that's that foundation that we definitely need to have. So Brianna's right to remind us that that should still be part and parcel of everything that we're posting. Okay, so Mick asked tonight for me to cover the rest of the stuff from conference and make sure that we had a full-blown conference recap. And I immediately replied, I think we already did that last week. And then I started looking through my notes, and y'all, there's a lot more. So I am going to, in my short time, briefly just try to cover some of the other things that we are going to be bringing to you in the future. And the first thing is, please mark your calendar, because the learning labs this time were phenomenal. I normally would not tell you that, but this time I had pages and pages and pages, screenshots and screenshots of all sorts of things. So on October 13th, next week, and 2 weeks later on the 27th, on our deep dives, we're going to really deep dive into those learning labs for you. One of them, the one on the 13th, will be the product playbook. And that was very, very informative. Oh, I had that up to tell you all the speakers' names. But that'll be on the 13th. Hang on, let me get that for you right here. Okay, that was from Brandy Foss and Valerie Miles. Excellent information there. And then on the following one, on the 27th, we will cover the one that was Master the Message, Turning Conversations into Connections and Connections into Results. That was by Beth Meyer and Jenna Rude. Phenomenal role playing that they did. And then also the High Tech, High Touch. Stacey Whitmer interviewed Chelsea Luella from Britain, and we mentioned that last time. So that'll be our 2 deep dives. I also wanted you to know Promotions Plus is no longer. We are transitioning into a new product, a marketing company. And so we'll see tons and tons about that when we get to Phoenix. But just in case you're looking for Promotions Plus, they're not there anymore. So we have moved away from that, and we will be going into a new vendor there. There were 2 NMD speeches. When I looked earlier today, they weren't posted yet, but keep an eye on that app because they were both phenomenal. As I mentioned, the new packaging, they ask us not to take any pictures, so I followed the rules, but kind of wish I hadn't, because I could show them to you right now if I had screenshot them. But brilliant, brilliant colors. You're going to love the new packaging. So that will all be unveiled in Phoenix. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do this, but I've put several requests out there for any snippets from the Dallas CV speech. He is the Iditarod race winner that we mentioned a little bit about last week. And we were all kind of sitting there going, why are we, well, not me, because I was all excited about having somebody from the Iditarod and all the dogs. But most everybody around me was saying, why is this a keynote speaker at a Juice Plus conference? But the leadership and the tidbits that he shared, having won that race 6 different times, were very, very applicable to our team and what we do for our team. So if you want to Google him and follow him a little bit, he's a phenomenal servant-hearted leader, even though his team is dogs instead of humans like our team. But the lessons and the principles, yeah, thanks, were definitely very, very insightful. So with that, I'm going to turn it then over to Rachel, and she is going to go over our many incentives to keep this all understandable and not overwhelming. So over to you, Rachel.
Thank you, Melinda. Hi, everybody. It's happy Monday. So we just turned from September into October, and at that point, we finished our Boost Your Business incentive. So I know many of you on here won at least a bottle, and some of you got backpacks, Yeah, I see lots of applause. I know Paula got a backpack. I don't know who else. If you want to wave, if you got a backpack. Oh, Mark did. Okay, good job. Awesome. Well, that was really great. But one of the things that we particularly, I think, enjoyed about that, especially towards the end when it became very active on our back office, was the fact we could track our points and we could track our success. And just by clicking info here, you could see exactly where your points had come from. So it was all very transparent. So that was really cool. And we're going to go back to that in a little bit when we talk about our big incentive. But I want to mention first the PBQ breakthrough incentive, which was announced at the beginning of September. And we have 2 more months of that. That's October and November. So that is for everybody on this call and on your teams who are not currently qualifying the business. And most of you probably know qualifying your business means to do 1,800 points in any 1 month. And in order to win the incentive of $500 per person that does it, you have to keep your business qualified for 2 months consecutively. And since we now only have 2 months left, October and November, that means get going right now, because you will need to qualify your business this month and then repeat it in November. So what better option and better time than when we have a brand new product launch to really boost your business and start getting more business in the month to get you to a qualified position. So if you have any questions on that, then for sure get with your sponsor, because they'll be able to explain it in more detail if you're wondering how you could qualify for that. But it is a $500 bonus to be paid in your check early December. So Maker, could you possibly bring up our next one? So our big incentive, which was announced at conference, is going to be the destination success. And okay, we'll watch this video. Thank you. Thank you, Mick. So as you can see, that incentive will actually take place in November of next year, 2026. So you've got many, many months between now and I think it's the end of September of next year to qualify for that. And there's ways to earn points. And you'll notice that the way you get points is pretty much the same as it was for Boost Your Business. So you know that you want new partners with a 300 point order for themselves, customers of your own who order an additional product that they haven't ordered before will also give you points. And then of course getting promotions will give you points. So what I really like about this this incentive is that even if you're not sure you could make the 30,000 or the 65,000 total points, you can do some. And every single order that you get, you'll be able to see on your back office the points starting to get accumulated. And so the fun is to see how many you can get. I mean, obviously it'd be fantastic if everybody on our call tonight gets 65,000 and we all go with a partner to Punta Cana. I think the video said, anybody want to go to paradise? Well, I'm always up for going to paradise. Anytime there's a beach, then I'm going to be excited. And Dominican Republic is actually one of our favorite places. Punta Cana, we're going in December of this year. So it's definitely a great incentive. It's definitely something we would all like to do. And simply by doing your business, you have the chance to go. So super excited there. And thank you, Mickey. Yep, this was the next thing. So in order to get you off to a really good start on your point tally, is that every order of Super Biome this month in October will give you extra points towards going to Punta Cana. So if you get a subscription order for the duo, it is 350 points. So just think about that. If you got 10 orders of that, that's 3,500 points towards your goal. And then you get 200 for any new subscription order, even if it's not both the pro and the pre. So really super cool that to jump on that and just start building your points early on in October. So any questions about that, we can answer them later, but it's going to be ongoing. You're going to hear about it again. You can find it all on Mick's site, on Team Eagles of JP. You can find it on boards, you can find it on the hub, and you can learn about how you can qualify. Thank you so much, Melinda.
Thank you, Rachel. That is so exciting, exciting. So I am going to turn it over to Mick and Jenny, and they are going to share some other exciting, fun things and some exciting information, as well as some fun things that we're starting in October with Kurt.
Thank you, Melinda. And Rachel, Jenny and I are exactly like you. So we may have to figure out where you're going to be in December and join you. Just saying. So I have a couple of things to talk about. Both of them are very exciting. If I can just stop the screen share. There we go. So the first thing is that last week we had a special NMD Zoom with Travis Garza, and Travis gave us some really good news. Over the years, every company that succeeds at various times to fund and fuel their growth, they need to find someone to provide them with more capital. I would go to the bank. Big companies like Juice Plus don't go to the bank. And back in 2018, they attracted the interest of a private equity firm who decided that this Juice Plus company was worth backing financially. That backing helped two things. It helped us navigate the COVID pandemic, which was troublesome in many, many ways. It wasn't the plan in 2018 that we would need money to help navigate COVID, but the money was available and it helped. But much more important, the money provided by that private equity partner allowed us over the last year to go from 1900 era computer systems to up-to-date computer systems. Now, we have had some challenges, but the challenges were necessary to get us right up to date with our digital systems. And as Rachel said, some of the features of the back office now, and there will be more coming, are really, really cool. So what Travis told us is that the company has found even better financial partners who are lenders, and we may see this in the press, and there's some competitors who will try to turn this into a negative, but it ain't no negative. We have a group of lenders who have basically taken over ownership of the Juice Plus company. That is only a good thing. These are very smart financial people, financial organizations. There are a number of them. Don't even ask me who they are. I have no clue. But these companies, these lenders, identify companies with great potential, and they either lend money or they lend money and they take over the financial operation of the company. These people know business. They know money. They don't know our business model. So Travis and his team are the experts at who we are, our culture, our community, our values. That will not change. But future growth will accelerate because we have these lenders who have now taken ownership of the company. Please don't ask me any more questions. I've told you as much as I know, but take it from me and from Kurt. Kurt and I had a great conversation about this yesterday. And Kurt knows a whole lot more than I do, and he is even more excited than I am. So there we have that. Now, speaking of Kurt, Kurt has just today announced another special incentive. I'm going to play a short part of a video that, if I can find it, there it is. I'm going to play this, and as I play it, you'll hear Kurt's voice, but I will show you the detail of what he is announcing. So just bear with me a moment. No, not that one. Thanks for your patience.
Announcement. There are details coming on Monday, but I want you to know that we are going to do a contest for October. We want everybody to bust your gut for October, the whole month. And it's going to go retroactive back to October 1st. But starting on Monday, we're going to have a landing page you can go to where you can register to participate in a contest to win a bunch of money in October. It's all about Super Biome customers. As a partner, in order for you to participate on the registration page, you have to admit that you're already on a Super Biome auto ship, 4-month supply auto ship, and you check that box. Then you can start entering customers. You can't play the contest with us if you're not a partner with an auto ship order of your own. So once you do that, you're in the contest. We have $4,000 we're giving away. There are lots of $50 gifts. There are lots of $100 gifts. There's a $500 or $300 or $200 gift. And every customer, obviously your order is your first entry into the contest. Each customer gives you another entry into the contest for the drawings. So we're going to run all the contests until October 31st. We're going to give away all the money on November 1st. Okay. Details are coming on Monday, but.
Okay. So that's all in our Team Eagles Facebook group. If you are not in that Facebook group, ask your sponsor or your upline team leader to add you to the Facebook group, because that's where it all happens. But this is really, really cool. So we are grateful to Kurt and Laurie Beavers, David Beavers, Harriet Salser, and Wendy Campbell, who have financed this. And the cool thing is that the really competitive people amongst you, I know who you are. You know who you are, Melinda Kronwelge. Some of you will be going for the $1,000 or the $500. The rest of us, average people.
Now.
The good news is that even if you only have a subscription for your duo, your Super Biome, you get an entry in the random drawing that will happen on November the 1st. And if you've been with us at conference in the past when we did random drawings, you'll know that there is no logic to random drawings. Even if you only have one entry, you are just as likely to win $50 or $100 as someone who has 10 or 20 or 30 entries in the random drawing. If you're a mathematician, you can explain that. I can't, but I can tell you from experience, you have every chance of winning. So first, make sure you get your subscription order for Super Biome in the system. Don't wait. Get it. And then go to the website. The link is right there in our Facebook group. Go in there and register which confirms that you have placed your order. You have your order in the system. Then after that, you get to add your customers. So I already registered myself as soon as I saw the website up. I already registered, documented my first customer, Corey Bailey, who is in there. So I've got 2 entries in this contest. Who's next?
And who were you saying was not competitive? Let me just think about this.
Who's not competitive? You know Jenny is.
Identify yourself, just saying. So this will be so fun, and I know several of us that were in conference at that we came home with several boxes, but don't worry, we're going to eventually eat that up too, because this will be so fun to get in and win some money. So that'll be great. I did have one other thing that I wanted to tell you, and I will have to post this later in the group because I cannot find the email. But Skylar also said that if anybody wants to put out their goals and send those to corporate, that they will definitely have someone respond individually back to us and help us start working on those goals. And Lee Haddad actually sent me a Voxer today and said, look at your calendar, let me know when is a good time this week so we can make sure that you are getting a full advantage on getting started on your goals and winning some of these. I mean, she thinks I'm going to be in the Dominican Republic. I don't know, but whatever. It's kind of exciting to have somebody from corporate, right? Message you or call you and say, let me help you reach your goals. So I will post that email because I'm not seeing it in my notes right this minute. But that is there. And then last thing I will tell you, Mick put together the Vimeo format of Mitra Ray's talk that he showed you last night. That's in the Facebook group, I believe. I know it's in the Messenger, Mick, and I think it's in the Facebook group also. But that is a 5-minute quick little thing that I have sent to several of my customers, and it's very powerful. I sent the little graphic that we showed you last week and that 5-minute video, and yep, I've already got my first order in as well. So that is a really, really powerful tool, and I love that he put that together in the Vimeo format, which is, thank you, Mick, for doing that, and he's showing you right where it is. That was the little 5-minute segment that I videoed for you at conference. So, okay, we've got lots and lots coming up, very exciting times. And so we're so glad that you were with us tonight. We will stay around here for a few minutes, linger if you'd like, if you have some more questions. We are all here for you. So if anything is not making sense, I know we're throwing a lot of information at you, kind of like drinking from the fire hose, but we are all here for you. So please, 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 just let us know which parts excite you, what you want to get involved with, how we can help you, because we are here to make sure that that happens. Yay.